Toronto Raptors get a much needed win against Orlando Magic and take care of business by 13 points in the end. We're going to break down everything for you in tonight's post-game show. Welcome to tonight's post-game show where we break down everything Raptors after the game. If you want the best post-game show on YouTube, you got to be subscribed to Amateur Hour Sports, and this video is powered by Betstamp. Shop the best sporting odds and track your bets with the Betstamp app. Sign up with code RAPS, RAPS, to get started today and help support the brand. The link is in the description. Takes a minute to sign up, code RAPS. But let's get into our content for today. So 102-89 victory against the Magic. It was a pretty rough fourth quarter in the end, but ultimately we will take the win, especially in double digits here against the Magic, having lost in our previous game to them. Raptors needed this win to keep the pace with the Chicago Bulls, who pulled off a pretty good comeback against the Clippers yesterday. The Clippers kind of sold. Raptors fans are not particularly happy with the Clippers today, but nonetheless, we're just continuing to win here. The Bulls are catching fire at a good time as well. It's going to be exciting for the rest of the season. But more importantly, the Raptors actually moved 3 games up on the Cavs. The Cavs are sitting in that 7 seed, so we're closer and closer to locking up a spot that is not going to be involved within the play-in tournament. And it's also great for the Rookie of the Year agenda to finish above the Cavaliers as Scotty Barnes continues to gain traction in the voting department. But over the course of this game, Raptors were generally comfy. I think the Magic made a bit of a run in the second quarter, but then we just got it right back. And then in the fourth quarter, we were up by 23 at one point, or 25, something like that. And the Magic made it a 9-point game here. I wasn't really that nervous or anything, but time was winding down. It would have been nice if the Raptors had a bit of a cleaner fourth quarter, but at the end of the day, we're absolutely going to take that 13-point win. So let's kind of go over how we got that win in the end with the specifics from the players. So for starters, all of our starters had at least 14 points here, which is great. Not the most efficient night really from any of them other than OG, but Siakam gives us 16 and 11. Again, not his best shooting night, but 16 and 11 is pretty good. OG gives us 14 points on 50% shooting. Barnes puts up a great line, 19, 8, and 7, aiding that Rookie of the Year agenda. Fred VanVleet was just chucking threes tonight. 5 for 16 from 3. Did get 19 points, 5 steals, 5 rebounds in the end. And you go to Gary Trent, 17 points on 6 for 16 shooting. Again, not that efficient, but just a lot of points. And we added another player with 10 points in Prez Achiuwa, who had 11. Gotta say, given the team that the Orlando Magic had today, they put up a really good fight, especially with Mo Wagner checking out in the first minute and not returning for the rest of the game. They put up a good fight, but Raptors had too much talent and they overpowered in the end. Going to the field goal percentages, Raptors didn't shoot very well, neither did the Orlando Magic. I mean, from a basketball neutrals perspective, this game was just like a little bit ugly. I don't think that's kind of mean to say. It was scrappy. It wasn't the most, technical of games. But again, what matters is the Raptors getting the big win in the end. We get it with a little bit of offensive rebounding. We only advance in there by 1. But the biggest thing for the Raptors tonight was points off turnovers. We forced 11 more turnovers, as you see here. And we have 32 points off turnovers, which is 19 more than the Magic. From the first minute of the game, the Raptors were forcing tons of turnovers, and that really made up for the lack of efficiency from tonight. And the Raptors are just good at doing that. They're good at getting those extra possessions. They're good at getting the points off of those turnovers. That is what they thrive on this season. They've built a team that is great in transition. And despite the fact that the Orlando Magic loaded up a lot on Siakam today, Mo Bamba was giving Siakam a lot of problems, I think, on defense. We still get 100 points here, and we still have 6 players in double digits. We have all 5 starters getting 14 points or more. The Raptors, like I said, are on an absolute roll here. For the rest of the season, we have 5 more games. The strength of schedule is one of the easier ones in the NBA for the Raptors. Big game on Sunday against a 1-seed Heat. The Heat are going to want to stay up there in the 1 seed. The Raptors, again, still trying to lock up a 6th seed and possibly move up into a 5th seed. But the way we've been playing, I think in the last 13 games, we have 11 wins. I believe that is the stat. That is just fantastic. going into the playoffs, hopefully with a ton of momentum. And for the rest of the season, Heat on Sunday, then you get good rest Tuesday against the Hawks, Thursday against the Sixers, and then next Friday against the Rockets before finishing off the season the following Sunday against the New York Knicks. Rockets, Knicks, non-playoff teams. The Heat, Sixers, obviously really good teams. The Hawks vying for a playing spot right now, maybe moving up in their seeding. This looks pretty favorable. I would say very favorable for the Raptors, who want to move up into or want to stay in the 6th seed. As far as the 5th seed goes, we just got to continue to win these games. The damn shame the Chicago Bulls are also catching fire as well after losing. I believe they lost 11 of 14, and they bounced back for 3 straight wins here. And that loss last week to the Bulls is going to sting a little bit, especially if the Bulls do end up beating us because of the tiebreaker in the Eastern Conference. But ultimately, over the course of the season, I was hoping for 44 wins. I wasn't hoping for. I think it was a little bit hopeful to get 44 wins this season. That was my prediction going into this season. We already have 45 with 5 games remaining. Anything above the play-in tournament is an absolute dub for the Raptors this season. I mean, make no mistake about it. Anything above the 7th seed, if we're 6 or higher, that is an absolute dub for the Raptors. Raptors fans are treated to playoff basketball. Much needed playoff experience for this team, and the job isn't quite done yet to get that spot, but it is getting closer and closer as each game goes by. The Cavs really starting to sell because of their injuries. I mean, I feel like, I don't want to jinx it, I feel like we could lose all 5 of these games and still have a decent shot at maintaining that 6th seed. But 5th seed has been reached. Let's keep vying for that 5th seed. Let's take it one game at a time. We got the return of Kyle Lowry on Sunday. I'm so excited for that game. Let's see what we can accomplish there. That wraps up for today's post-game show. Thank you so much, everybody, for checking it out. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for the best post-game show for every single Raptors game. And remember to sign up to Betstamp with code RAPS. Links in the description. Code RAPS. Support Betstamp. Support me. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you again next time for another post-game show.